Howdy, y'all. Morning time to you. May 23rd. We going over here. We're going to work on a Baler control because we don't like where it's at. I think I can figure up something to put it in a different spot. But that's what we're going to work on first. And then we're going to jump on the rake, maybe. Go do a little of that. And then get to baling, maybe. Let's hope. We don't have that much to do, but it still needs to be done. And what's laying on the ground that I cut yesterday can lay there. It'll be fine. We can get that up. It'll probably get rained on. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. And you got plenty of bales out here. Always red, white, blue bales. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And I hope it's a gusher. And I mean a gusher. Because if we don't get some rain real soon, like, y'all know how green it was 5 minutes ago? If we don't get some rain real soon, it ain't gonna look like it next month. We ain't gonna have no grass come next month if we don't get some rain real soon. So, pray for rain, y'all. Pray for rain. Because we need rain. To add insult to injury, yesterday, not only did he flip his belts, he blew the tire on the way out of the field. So, now we need a tire too. I don't know how you flip a belt, but obviously we did it. It's all kinds of flipped around. And these were the new ones, I think. Pretty sure. So I bought an SMV sign holder a while back ago, but I couldn't find it yesterday. So we took the one piece, flipped it around, bolted to the other piece, and then we put another bolt down here and bolted up to the track on the 3-point arm. And I think it'll work. It's definitely going to be better than having it over on a fender. That was a real pain yesterday. But we could not find that bracket yesterday, and we knew we had it. So, anyways, we're going to give it a whirl today. Some people would just punch a hole in the fender, and that's probably what I should have done, but I didn't do it. So, I don't really think I'm going to plan on putting this on there and leaving it on this tractor anyway. So, we come up with that idea yesterday. But we just couldn't find that part, and we knew we had it. So, well, I got Dad out there raking, and he decided he was going to come on. I don't think I'm going to run out of string today, but I went and got 2 more bundles just in case. But you never know, so we might as well have it. So I'm going to get this thing fired up, get to doing something. I went to put a little oil in this tractor earlier, and my plastic jug. As soon as I got it to the tractor, busted all over me. So I made a nice mess. Dumped a good bit down in the toolbox there, you know. Plastic jug, you know. It's awesome. He's out there bringing all the windrows in from all the hay I mentioned yesterday.
Well, yesterday, he was baling and I was baling. And it got tough up there. That stuff was too green to bale anyway. Anyway, my big baler, the belts come crossed up in there. Then I went back to the barn and I found they had a flat tire after I got back to the barn. So, you know, I didn't feel like fooling with it anymore anyway because it was getting dark. Yeah, I got some sticks to feel right here.
Well, that's all, folks. We don't have enough to make another bale. All that is not, it's still too dry. It's still too wet. So we're gonna head on back to the barn. We'll leave that till next time. On it when I started. Now it has 178. I tried to spin the dial to reset it, but it wouldn't turn. My little baler saved the day. That one broke down. Well, last year that one broke down. We had to call the neighbor to save the day. But yeah, it's kind of why I bought another baler, was for this purpose. You know, this other baler behind me wasn't brand new. It wasn't that great when we bought it, but it works most of the time. Last year we had the same problem as we're having right now, as you can look right behind me and see it. You see how those two belts are darker? Well, that's what happened last year. One belt broke, the other belt broke. Got two brand new boats, had to wait weeks to get new belts because New Holland didn't have any. Okay, so we could have planned ahead, but you know, this is our first belt baler. That would be our second. We've been using that 855 auto wrap back there, so we got all kinds of parts for that one, but we got to figure out why the tailgate lock won't work. And I would like to get that out here this year and figure out how to get that fixed. The mechanism works up and down, locks the tailgate on the shaft. Well, the problem is when you want to go unlock it, it doesn't want to unlock. And then if it does unlock, then it gets hung up in there crooked. So that baler has had a whole lot of parts over the years and a whole lot of welding. And it's broke down on us a few times, quite a few times. But it's still made almost every single bale on this farm since like 1988. This one here came along 3 years ago now, maybe. And other than it makes nice bales and it wraps them, it's not been great. So I bought this one. You ever buy something just because you wanted it? One day I drove by a dealership and I saw, it was the Case International version of this baler, but I saw one sitting there and I thought that was the cutest thing I ever saw. And I don't know why that stuck in my head that I wanted one, but I wanted one. So I bought it. Yeah, I paid a little bit too much for it, for what I'd like to, you know, for my reasoning. But it works. It saved the day. Yeah, them bales aren't as top notch as they could possibly be. But if I only had to bale, you know, this 40, 50 acres, another 20 down the road, and that's all I had to bale my whole year, there's nothing wrong with that baler. It worked perfectly for doing that. Not to mention, this 48 horsepower tractor can pull that baler. So that's kind of how it goes. You know, you see these small time farmers out there getting it done with their little tractors. And I like to give a shout out to them guys. Because you know what? You big time guys, y'all might look down on them guys. But when you get your head out of you know what? That's how your grandfather used to do it. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. And everybody needs to have a great big baler and a great big bale and a great big tractor. You know, some guys just have 20, 30 acres and that's all they want to do. You know, there is nothing wrong with getting out there on the tractor and having some fun and making good out of what you got. Always make good out of what you got. Yeah, if you want something better, work for it. But always make what you have work for you. Although we got to work on this baler now. So I think he might get the neighbor boy come over and flip them belts for him during the week. Right now he's taking the tire down there for him to fix. Because that's what he does. He fixes tires around here for us. And sometimes he fixes tractors. And when Dad has issues and I'm at work, he comes over here and takes care of the cows. And then there's a lot of stuff that boy comes over here to do. Right now he's chopping corn and making feed, and they're making hay, and sometimes they're logging and just all kinds of stuff. And running the combines, and sometimes he's jumping on the other tractor, somebody else's tractor, and go running their machine for a while, you know. That boy does a lot of stuff. They're good boys. But anyways, y'all like, subscribe. This is the Headings Farm. My name is Jay. The other old guy over there, that was Garland. He's the one that works here daily. I'm here on the weekends and the evenings. And this is our homestead. This is our family farm. Since we've been here on this farm, on this piece of ground that we just showed you, since 1930. My great-grandfather, he moved here in town, not town, but he moved here in our town, our area, in 1909. And I'm going to tell you what, in 1909, between 1909 and 1930, my great-grandfather had accumulated more than 400 acres, right at 400 acres, between 1909 and 1930, between that he had bought, for back taxes, on bankruptcy. People were going bankrupt after depression, you know. So he accumulated like 400 some acres. Something of that, you know, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't remember the exact number, but all I know is this piece was in 1930. This was 100 acres. And then we bought another 110 acres. And then later on, we bought another 145 acres, 48 acres, 60 acres, whatever it is up there. I can't remember now. Most of that's woodland though. And we've rented 100 acres over this way and 100 acres over that way and, you know, 80 acres over this way. And but you know what? All that land's coming up for sale these days, and everybody else got the money but us. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go home, and I'll catch you on the next one.